Liverpool trump PSG in one key area as Mohamed Salah leads resurgence of star Jürgen Klopp trio. Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino have been in blistering form for Liverpool this season. The classic Klopp trio are outperforming the PSG upstarts. The chatter for some time was about how Liverpool could freshen things up. The strike force that had underpinned so much success under the astute stewardship of Jürgen Klopp were all approaching 30 and the focus was on whether they could still bring the kind of magic and intensity to the table that had made them such a formidable force. Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah are 29, Roberto Firmino already 30. By the time that next summer arrives they will all be in their 30s. But this season, while the need to address their successors in the long run will be something that will need to be discussed in the relatively near future. For the here and now they didn't get the memo that they were supposed to be fading lights. Salah is the obvious example. Just when you think that he can reach no higher ceiling, that Liverpool had squeezed the very best out of him. He has returned to kick it up to a different level. And while people fawn over Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappé due to their status as vying to be heir apparent when it comes to world football's top dog, Salah has blown them out of the water with his form this season. As Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi toil at their new clubs this season, Salah has taken the initiative and is the best player in the world right now. For a while there was an arguably thrown at the start of that sentence. That has now been dropped. Pairing Mbappé with Messi and throwing Neymar in the mix for good measure is all very exciting. But the PSG trio have not got close to the Liverpool attack. For all the wizardry and the jaw-dropping command he seems to have over a football, it hasn't just been Salah who has seen his stock rise sharply, having been consigned to the well. We better start looking at replacements pile. Mane has been back to his magnificent, high-pressing best. While Firmino has found that scoring touch that had deserted him over the past 2 seasons. Bagging 6 in 8 games in all competitions so far this campaign. Combined, the trio have 16 league goals, 10 more than their PSG counterparts. It has also been a season of milestones. Salah made it to 100 Premier League goals for Liverpool. Mane reached a century of goals in all competitions for the Reds. While Firmino clocked up appearance number 300 when the Reds beat Atletico Madrid in the Champions League on Tuesday night. Liverpool have delivered the kind of 2018 through to early 2020 form that made the Reds the most feared team in European football. The front three are the ones leading the fight and pouring cold water on the suggestions that they were a force that was fading. One that would be outshone by the younger forward lines at the likes of Chelsea. Then there is Diogo Jota, a player we haven't even mentioned in this equation yet. Jota, at 24, was seen as a player who could come in and challenge that front three. The Reds believing he was another player who had a very high ceiling that he wasn't close to reaching when at Wolves. The £45 million paid for him now seems like shrewd business. His form this season also impressive and complementing the relentlessness of the trio. Who have found a new lease of life after the disappointments that last season's campaign brought when compared to the year before. The benefit for Liverpool, as well as having a strike force that is probably the envy of world football right now. And yes, we see you, PSG, is that the high standards of Salah, Mane and Firmino, raising the bar once again. Means that Jota has to match that. He is vying for a spot with players at the peak of their powers right now, and that must be an exhilarating place to be. To come in and hone your craft each day with players who are totally in sync means that one successor to the trio is already in the building. The 16 Premier League goals between them shows there is no shortage of firepower this season. And if they can stay fit, it is hard to see another front line matching that kind of delivery. They are used to the high energy, the intensity, and while, yes, they may be all in their 30s soon. For the here and now, does that matter? Will it matter next season? There will need to be a plan for who comes next. and that transition period would be better suited if the person was in the building sooner rather than later to become in sync with what Liverpool want from their forwards. But for now, while people are spending on trying to address their deficiencies, it is the same tried and trusted trio that are spearheading what could be another glorious Liverpool chapter. We always look to what should be happening in the future, which isn't a bad thing at all. But we should always be able to appreciate the present, and these three are a gift.